Hello, hola mi gente. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us for our wonderful game of Mass, A New Generation. I'm very excited to be here. Hello, and everyone, and welcome to the Roll for Latin Heritage Month, a 3-day stream event where we play TTRPGs while we raise money for Mi Patria Puerto Rico, an organization whose focus right now is disaster relief and community assistance for folks in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Fiona. Our donation goal is $1,500, and you can type exclamation point donate or command donate. I don't know what they actually call it. The exclamation point is donate. That's in chat to get the link, or you can go to Ko-fi /TTRPG gifts to donate if you want or can. Every dollar counts, and we really appreciate your support. We have some really cool incentives. During the event, we are giving away 3 copies each of the Beast Heart and the Kingdoms of Warfare PDFs, thanks to our friends at MCDM. You can go to patreon.com/MCDM, sign up, and receive a copy of Beast Heart for free when you join through the end of December. We are currently at 70% of our goal. Can we try to hit maybe 90%? 100? Let's go for 90. Let's shoot for 90, but if we get 100, I'll be most appreciated.
Dream big. 110.
110.
125.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and introduce the cast. Cast, I forgot to tell y'all this beforehand, but I have a lineup and what y'all need to say. So I'm going to just, boom, right there. So if you can, Diana, start us off.
Sure. Hi, friends. I'm Diana Restrepo. My character is, Elena Cordova, also known as Nightshade as her superhero name. I am playing the Doomed playbook.
My name is Tim Rodriguez. I use he, him pronouns. My character name is Rema Ramos, who goes by the superhero persona Mariposa. And I am playing the Scion.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm also known as Lo-Fi Knight, and I play Alejandro Villalobos and Hombre Lobo. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing the Transformed.
Hey everyone, I am Barbara Perez Marquez, and she, her pronouns. Today I'm playing Mabel Asturia, also known as Mercuria. She, her pronouns as well for her, and she is the Reformed playbook.
Hello everyone, I'm Adrian Mejia, he, him pronouns. My character is Carlos Aguirre. His superhero name is El Chuya. He is a he, him, and he is the legacy character.
All right, and I'm Mo. They, she pronouns. I am the game master for this wonderful game. I forgot to ask before we got started. Does anybody have any questions before we start? Or are y'all good to go? We guys kind of just jumped in. I was like, great idea.
Yeah, what game are we
chaos.
Oh, we're playing Mass, A New Generation. You know, we're gonna have superhero, teenage superhero drama, just teenage drama, the usual. You know, anyways. So let's go ahead and get in the story, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah. So the sun is high in the sky right now, and it's cresting over the wide mountains of Halcyon City, as Halcyon's is nested deep into like a valley of the mountains. It's late afternoon, and as the massive city is hustling and bustling, we're going to zoom in on just one particular place. It is the well-known and loved 24-hour all-you-can-eat American diner called The Lodge, where y'all tend to go after school for a snack or just relaxing and just hanging out for the day. It's been a particularly rough day at school for all y'all, and for some reason or another, but overall, y'all made it out alive, and that's what matters. Like school's gonna kill you anyways, but anyways, that's like the point. As the door dings and the waitress is like walking with a tray of food over to your table, and she lays down just plates of food. First, describe your character. Second, describe the plates that you are getting. Who would like to have the camera shot on them first?
I will go first.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so Rema has her hair sort of like pulled back, not quite like little, like kind of like little dookie rolls, but like has long hair most of the time, but it changes perhaps a little bit too frequently. This might be our audience's first indication that she is a little bit of a shapeshifter. And she tends to have kind of like a counterculture film nerd look. A lot of black, lot of like, but not goth black. Like it's not that mood at all. It's way more low key and comfortable, and she is grabbing an enormous plate of fries and like just like fistful before even grabbing the plate and like just chowing down.
Who's the next panel?
I'll go because I'm pretty close to Rima. So Elena, she's also wearing a lot of black, but not necessarily emo as well. Long hair, just it's exactly what I'm wearing. To the side, kind of dark makeup eyes, very white eyes, like silverish white. She definitely looks odd, and people are afraid of her in school. Wearing cargo pants, a cargo jacket, just kind of like a very much a tomboy. She grabs her Caesar wraps that she has and sits down next to Rima and then steals a French fry. Just looks at Rima and goes, "Hey."
Rima is like, sort of gives her a side eye. Is like, you'll pay for that.
I know.
The camera's gonna flip around to the other side of the table. Who's over there?
Well,
Whoa. Whoa.
I love it how you all
Against the
talked at
corner.
once and you
Okay,
like, never
then
mind.
everybody
we just don't want to speak
Everybody
over each other.
We're so polite. Carlos is off against the corner. He's playing on his Game Boy. He's got like a half-eaten empanada in front of him with as much as much hot sauce as he can put on it.
Empanada. What was it
What's
filled
that?
with? What was it? Empanada filled with?
Oh no, it's just filled with cheese. He loves cheese.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
He's wearing basically what I'm wearing, just like a t-shirt, some jeans, and doesn't really care too much throughout the day, or at least tries to make it look like he doesn't.
Fair.
And I think next to Carlos is Mavel, who's finishing setting up, fixing her makeup. And she is definitely the sort of like posh looking. She's got like puffy sleeves in her outfit of the day, and her hair is like curly to the side and bust on the other side that you can see. And she sort of has this sort of air of, like this group of like misfits that we've put together, and she sort of fixes her posture and like tucks a napkin on her shirt before she digs into her BLT that she ordered.
Mm.
And then I guess sort of not by himself, because of course he's seated with everybody else, but requires a little more space than the rest of the party. Is Alejandro, who is this large black furred wolf man in a pair of ripped jeans because they don't quite fit his body, and a sort of varsity jacket like barely fitting over his torso, with the school's mascot, conveniently a wolf, on the back. And he's tried to fit a small cap on his head, but it's a little lopsided because it doesn't quite fit over his skull. But he is eating un bistec. He's just eating a plate of steak because, well, yeah.
Got a carbo load. Got a carbo load after
carbo
school.
load, yeah.
All the protein. Is it like over a ear? Is that like his hat's just
It's
hanging
like
on
over
there?
a year, yeah.
And as the food's like getting placed down, and the waitress, y'all know her as Sherry. She's like, "Are y'all good here, Shucks? Y'all need anything?"
More fries.
All
Yeah.
right.
Can we get a side of ranch with the fries too? Sorry,
Ranch.
I'll steal some more.
Oh,
Gotcha on the
ketchup
ranch.
too,
On
please.
the
Ketchup.
side.
Side, I get it. On the side, yeah.
Ranch on ranch. We're gonna do ranch on the side, ketchup. Anything else for anybody?
I'm good.
What
Thank you,
hot-
Sherry.
Oh,
Could I get a
What hot
refill on
sauce
my
you got?
water?
hot sauce, water. Okay. And she's gonna just like give you all like a little like knock on the table and just like walk off and go grab the stuff, and she's leaving y'all to it. Carlos, what are you playing on the Game Boy? And is it loud, or is it just like you just quietly playing over there in the corner?
Oh, I'm playing Super Mario Bros. 3, or well, I guess it's a Game Boy, so Super Mario Land. And it's very loud. And you can hear me every once in a while, just like grumble,
Every
grumble,
now and
grumble as I
then.
die.
Alejandro just like leans over to see like what level he's currently on and to like subtly cheer him on, like, oh yeah, good job right there. Oh, that Akuma almost got you.
Oh, thank you.
Permiso, Alejandro, you're on my sandwich. And, like Mabel's like
Oh,
in between them.
Sorry.
Yeah, we don't want any hair in that sandwich.
Yeah.
God forbid you should have you should ever be like accustomed to what it's like to have a pet.
You know,
It's just cat hair
I-
all the time.
just don't have time for that. It's fine.
Yeah, and Cher comes back. She's got y'all's condiments of choice, the refills on the waters for everybody, and then with that, she's gonna like head off and go help some other folks. But for the now, y'all are pretty much by yourselves. Y'all are recovering after a rough day. You know, testing all day, just because standard race testing is a shame in the U.S. public systems. If you didn't know, but still, schools still do it nonetheless. And so, if you're not a brainiac, your brains are probably a little fried. But yeah, it's quiet, it's calm. You know, the typical usuals are here that are in the afternoon crowd, maybe a couple other like students who are getting milkshakes like down the way, but it's just us, just y'all for the time being. And was there any plans that people had later by chance that they needed to do or get to, or
Alejandro, we're gonna go play Smash later, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna kick your butt this time.
Hey, no items this time.
I don't like that rule.
It's true.
Hey.
That rule's weak.
Mm.
But I am going to the art house theater. There's a new film out. It's not new, but I don't know if anybody would be interested, but I'm going, and if you wanted to go, it should be good. It's sort of a jungle thriller.
No.
Jungle thriller. What does that mean?
Well, so it's like a psychological horror kind of thing, but it's also set in a jungle. It's maybe a little bit supernatural, but it was also filmed for like $7,500, which is outrageous. So I expect the lighting to be garbage, but the story to be really interesting and really reflect deeply on what it means to be an animal in this world. I mean, I would invite you, Alejandro, but you're already apparently going to go play Smash.
He's like he's sort of staring at Rema when he like mentions like what it's like to be an animal in this world. He's like, wonder what that's like. I think I have first-hand experience anyway.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, we can always meet up with you guys later if you want. After the movie.
Sounds fun.
All right, I'm going to the movie with you. Mabel?
And Mabel sort of like puts her napkin away and she's like, I mean, I'm not usually one to hang out in the dark unless there's like music and strobe lights, but sure, I'll go. At least there's air conditioning and we haven't fixed that at the sanctuary or the park just yet, so
Try not to stay out too late. It gets pretty dangerous out there.
Thanks, Dad.
yeah. I think we can take care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll just
sorry.
shapeshift it to a big wolf man. Nobody will bother me. It'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, unless people bother you, and then I'll shift into like a business guy or something.
Is that the opposite of a big wolf guy?
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
Talk about the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah, you could be a big wolf business guy.
Big wolf business guy.
so as you're talking and getting to hear things, there's some noise in the background that's sort of like happening. There's sort of like rumblings and like almost like It's not like a plane, but you'll know the planes, like at least in this area, do not get close. They don't get loud. It's not like they fly overhead or anything. Like they're pretty. It's not in this directional path, but it's getting louder by the second as like the windows are starting to shake a little bit.
Carlos, turn your game down.
Dude, I haven't reached that level yet. That wasn't me.
Alejandro's head sort of like shoots up and his ears are like pointed straight up as they're like suddenly really alert. And he's
Does
just
he knock
looking
the hat off?
around.
Yeah.
Oh, it knocks. Yes, the hat gets like flies off, like it falls off to the side beside him. He's just like looking around, like trying to figure out what the source of that sound is.
Should we go check that out?
Yeah, probably.
That sounds like an assess the situation, doesn't it?
Yeah. So if y'all want to go out and just take a look, that is definitely an assess to see what the heck may be going on outside the lodge or in the general area of the lodge. So who would like to take that on as y'all get up to go investigate?
You get
Carlos
the
is gonna
best-
finish his level and go, so he's gonna be last.
He's like, y'all start without me.
I'm almost
Ale-
to the save point.
Alejandro has those ears. I think it's
Yeah, I was gonna say
probably you.
Alejandro.
All right,
Yeah,
Alejandro.
I'll go.
So go ahead and give me an assess roll. This is first roll of the day. Yay. So
Woo!
for an assess, I need your 2d6 plus a superior. So whatever your superior is plus 2d6.
Superior. Okay, there we go. My superior's a -1, so this will go great.
It could go really well. Don't say that.
Nothing's
so-
wrong with -1.
7 -1.
Oh, 6. So 6 is a fail.
Woo!
First roll's a
A fail.
fail.
It's just
First
a
roll.
miss.
However, because it's part of the apocalypse, please, every failure is experience. Please take an experience point.
Woo.
So at least you get that. And you go outside and your ears are really sensitive just because of the nature of who you are. But it's so loud that you can't focus. You just hear the noise all around you as it sounds like there's like a rocket ship sort of like nearby. Like that's like it's getting pretty loud. The windows are shaking. They're not breaking yet, but they're shaking pretty hard at this point. And you're just like, where is it?
Where is it? He's still like sort of he can still like half hear like the Game Boy sounds like across the room. So he's like semi distracted by that. But he is trying to look around for the source of this sound, and he's sort of like he's on all fours at this point, like body fully stiff, as he's just like guard dogging it, sort of trying to determine what the sound of this is, unfortunately.
Can
And
we follow behind? Like after a few seconds that he's outside, can the rest of us follow
Yeah,
behind?
of course. Y'all can start coming out if y'all are interested in like that. Of course, as Adrian said, Carlos is gonna be last. So he's gotta finish his level and Mario will land.
Fine. Alejandro, for you, right? Why are you stiff? I'm just gonna look around to see what we see.
Do you also want to try to do assess now?
Yeah, especially
Oh.
since he's like on high alert.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me a 2d6 plus the superior.
So 5 minus 1, 4.
All right, take an experience. Because you have no clue as well.
Okay.
You're also like, why is it so loud? But like also
Yeah, now she's just really annoyed. Like, oh, come on. What is going on here?
I think Mabel's coming right after. Can I also attempt an assess roll?
yes, go ahead.
somebody's got to figure this out.
Somebody's gonna do
Right?
this.
One of us has to.
Okay, so 2d6, that's 10 plus
Hey.
superior, which is a 0, but at
That's
least
not-
it's not a minus. So
Yeah.
That
that's a
might be
10
our highest
total.
bonus.
For
Superior?
superior.
Yeah.
All right. So since you got a 10 plus, that means ask 2 questions listed on the assessed situation. So if you have to, you can ask what here can I use to blank, what here is the biggest threat, what here is the greatest danger, who here is most vulnerable to me, and how can we best end this quickly. Each thing I give you an answer on. Get a +1 when you act on those answers. Meaning that like you'll add another additional 1 point to your roll whenever you do act upon them.
Okay.
So what is your first question?
I think what here's the biggest threat? Probably looking around to see, like, is there actually something that's creating, or what is it that's creating the sound?
Yeah. So as you're looking around and you're confused, and like everybody else is just getting annoyed with the sound, the noise gets louder, and all of a sudden you just see like something just shoot up and like right across the roof of the lodge, right above y'all's heads, where y'all sort of like duck out of the way. Y'all see like sort of like a man-made suit of sorts, sort of like using rockets out of the feet and the hands as it's cutting through the sky and like sweeping down and cutting over y'all, and just it's just going, like it's not stopping for
Just-
you. It's just doing like, it looks like it's just flying through the city. It doesn't even recognize who any of y'all are. It's somebody in a suit, or
It's doing
Oh.
like maneuvers, I guess, like flying.
yeah, maneuvers. It's not even like staying one direction, so we're like just cutting through the whole town. So yeah.
And Mabel sort of like points it out. It's like, whoa, what is this guy doing? And she's sort of looking around. And the second question would be, who here is most vulnerable to me in the grand scheme of the situation? Like, does it look like this guy's gonna hit something?
Oh yeah. It looks like as close as the lodge got. Actually, it got so close to the lodge, like it busted out the windows.
Ooh.
So Carlos on the inside, you're just sitting there playing in Maryland. All of a sudden, the windows start busting out. So a shower of glass happens around you, and it looks like, yeah, property damage is happening as this person's flying so close to like shattering windows and like getting too close, setting off car alarms. Maybe so close as like skipping on a couple cars, parked cars that were there, and just any pedestrians that are out. If it gets too close to the ground, they could be liable to be hit.
But when
So-
the car alarms go off, it sounds like Alejandro's beginning to howl, but he stops and corrects himself from doing so.
Oh no!
Just protect Alejandro at all costs.
Sorry.
Oh, so it's all right. This is like, what are they even doing? They're just causing troubles for Sherry and the neighborhood. Did anybody know that there was going to be testing for this today or something?
Oh, but they're ruining everything here. I mean, that's not testing. That just what can you I can't really see what you're saying, that someone just flying around, because I don't see that.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of like suit. Maybe they're testing the flight capabilities. Can I attempt? I don't even know.
Well, let's hold
cannot-
on for you right now. Rema, what are you doing?
Um,
Are you
I
still
think-
inside with Carlos, or did you come out?
No, I think I came outside too.
Okay.
I think that I want to start crafting some magic to kind of like I don't know, man. You know, like those big human hamster balls. Kind of like put
Like a bubble?
put a magical like
Right.
big hamster ball bubble so that this guy stops wrecking things.
Yeah, no, totally. So yeah, you're doing your magic and trying to do that. So go ahead and roll with freak for your unleashing your powers.
Unleash my power.
Unless you got a move that like corresponds with that. So
No, this will be plus freak, which
Mhm.
is a 0. It's all zeros. And
all
no
zeros
moves.
across the board.
Yeah, that's
and a
what we're
minus
doing.
1.
That's what we're doing tonight. And I roll a total of 5, so this does not go well.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So your magic, as you're like starting to try to like figure out like how to control it, the person's just too fast. And the way you're shooting the magic, you actually are able to catch like some guy on a motorcycle on the road, and like all of a sudden he's in the ball. It looks like almost like one of those stunt, like Dukes of Hazzard sort of stunt things. As he's just rolling around the ball before it slows down and figures out what's going on. And the ball is just rolling down the road at this point.
Oops. My bad.
well, hopefully they didn't see us.
Alejandro's on all fours and he's running after the ball.
Oh,
Like
no.
not because he's a big dog chasing the ball, because he's going to go make sure the person is safe.
Oh,
Are you
It
sure
just
it's not
happens to-
just
it
because?
not
Both.
just because. No, he's going to make sure the person, whoever was in the robotic suit, is okay.
That seems
Yeah,
fair.
that's the reason.
Yeah.
Carlos comes out with a Game Boy, screen is broken,
Oh
and he's
no!
like,
Oh no!
"Who did this?" Is it that steel person flying overhead? Some sort
Yeah.
of iron person?
Mhm.
Some sort of Ferris lad.
Ferris
Ferris
lad.
now.
Surely that's his title.
Hey now.
Can I try to provoke this Ferris lad by yelling at him?
I mean, you can, but also they're off and like
Oh,
not
no.
near. So unless you're like
Oh.
using something like magic to like provoke them,
I don't
Or
think I
special
have the
powers.
ability.
yeah.
Okay.
So they're currently not around, or you definitely would. Maple, what were you gonna do? I'm sorry.
No, that's totally fine. If only to see Alejandro roll follow a ball. I mean, let's be
So
real.
yeah, you see Revs like, not Revs, Rema sort of like, accidentally capture this motorcyclist in a ball and it's just rolling down the hill. You see Alejandro chasing after it. You see Carlos coming out being like, what the heck happened? And, so Elena and Mabel, go ahead, and then Elena
Yep.
will get to what you're doing.
Mabel, who takes offense at the Pharaoh lad joke, is just like, no. I'm the only metal person around here. She will attempt to wield her powers to stop this thing, like sort of like look at the pattern of flight, if that can even be considered a pattern, and
Mhm.
try to sort of like stop it midair if it's made out of metal.
Do you control metal? Is that right?
Ferrokinesis.
Nice, yes. So yeah, go ahead and give me a unleash your powers as you try to like hone in on the person in their suit.
Okay, and my freak is +1,
Nice.
so that is an 8 total.
An 8. All right. On 7 to 9, market condition or regime will tell you how the effect is unstable and temporary. So pause real quick. What I meant, I don't remember if you know, but like you took an experience point when you failed to roll for your character, Tim. So
Yep.
Babs.
Yes.
So Mabel, yeah, you're standing there and you're like reaching out and like grabbing the metal from the thing. However, they were flying right in front of a like a building, like a skyscraper with like, it's like full glass windows and the metal infrastructure.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, stuck and like staying there. But if you're starting to pull them in, you're also going to start pulling in the building a bit too. as you see the building starting to like crack and grow, and as it's starting to like bend just a little bit towards y'all as they're getting closer. So it's up to you if you want to keep going and like let the building fall, or you want to let it all go.
I think she probably starts pulling it towards us, and then like at the first sort of like crack of window, like metal jutting out, and it's like, oh wait, just wait there. And she sort of like speaks louder, but not enough even to yell across the street.
Yeah, and you can see at the time of you like you grabbing the metal of the suit, it was trying to like wiggle and get away, and it didn't work. And then like, do you release the metal, or are you just walking?
I'm just like
closer?
holding it. Yeah,
Holding
I'm
it?
holding
Okay.
it in place. It's like, well, we can now ask them what they were thinking, right? And she's sort of looking around at everybody. It's like, somebody take the lead because I gotta hold this guy.
Elena, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, Mo, can I ask you,
Yeah.
psychic construct? Remind me what
Mhm.
that is again.
That could be whatever it's just a psychic thing you built, kind of like almost like if you think of the Green Lantern in the Ring, they built things with the ring and stuff. Like they built like weapons and like, or you can like, one of the other mask games, someone made like creatures that they can ride upon and paddle, like deep
So
sea
you can
creatures.
build anything,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
So, okay, so Mabel is holding him
Mm-hmm.
with her powers, correct?
Mhm.
Is there any way that I can create some type of rope or like a chain or cuffs, or just to wrap it up around him
Yeah.
in midair, so this person can't get out from her grip and is
Mhm.
just stationary?
Yeah, give me a unleash your powers roll. So roll with freak, please.
A freak, okay.
Unless you have a move that like reflects that, but I don't think you do.
6, 7, 8 total.
8 total. Cool. As you what does it look like? Is it a chain? Is it a rope? What color is it? Like,
Let's say it's a chain, and let's say it's like a deep purple, and it just kind of shoots out of her hands, and she's just like, as she's holding it, she looks and she directly goes towards where she's holding it, and
Mhm.
it looks like literally a chain is just coming out of like her hands.
yeah. It's like, yeah, you're able to like wrap it around the person and like have a hold. However, I don't think you ever made a massive chain like this before because they're pretty high
No.
up. It's pretty
Mhm.
long. Go ahead and marking condition as it is a little bit straining on you as it's newer to you. Conditions, what we, if you don't know, is more like a health point system, quote unquote. However, it affects your stats of sorts. So what
Where does
kind
that
of,
go?
it goes, there's a little condition things underneath your, right here in this
Mhm.
area. So go ahead and mark one of those in the gray box. Do you feel more angry, afraid, guilty, hopeless, or insecure right now?
I would say maybe insecure because it's her first time trying to do this.
Yeah, so go ahead and just click that and it will just let you know about the effects that it causes. So with the insecure, now you'll go ahead and I believe it's a negative to defend and reject influence. So to clear it, you'll need to take a foolhardy action, but we will get to that later. We are busy right now with this person in the in the mechanical suit.
Okay.
So yeah, Mabel, it looks like that she's Elena has it, but is like kind of struggling right now. But like right now they're caught.
I sort of look over to I'll look over to Carlos and Rayma. It's like, either of you feel like interrogating whoever this is, or
Can I grab my cane weapon and
Mhm.
use my my super speed, my legendary speed to get a
Yeah.
lot of speed and then like hang on to the chain that Nightshade made and like swing toward or like I guess zoom towards the thing and then like
Do like
whack it with
a
my cane.
do like an anti oh wait, they the glidey things that with rope and the handles.
Like a zip line.
Zip line, but like
Yeah.
it's like opposite. You go up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally. And you're zipping up. And as you're zipping up, you're cutting to Alejandro. How far away are you now, Alejandro? Like how far did you get from the group?
Wherever he's going up to wherever the motorcycle was stopped because he's there to make sure that that random person is okay from having been bubbled
Yeah.
randomly.
So yeah, they are I think it's probably maybe just like a few blocks down or so. So you're out of
Okay.
sight. But like still they're bubbled. And I think by this point they hit like the bubble sort of slows down and like it just how does it dissipate? Does it pop like a bubble? Does it like sort of fade away? Like
I think that it probably goes away in sort of like a little sort of like shimmery, almost like a flashback effect. Kind of like, woo, and like, you're like, huh, that's weird.
and yeah, the bike's on the side, but the person is relatively unhurt, a little weirded out, a little like shaken up because they had to like they were doing loops in the ball as it was going down the hill.
Oops. So yeah, he's gonna go, are you okay? And he's gonna like try to help the person up, try to right their motorcycle up, and probably even like put the person back on the motorcycle if he can. Like put
Yeah,
them back on and like make sure they're okay, dust them off.
I think it's like a young woman who's got like the motorcycle helmet with the cat ears on it and stuff. And like she like lifts up her visor and she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, thank you, because you're a big wolf person." So she's like, and there's not many people who look not humanoid, not humanish. So like you stand out just a little bit. And she's like, "Oh gosh, okay. Thank you. Oh, I can get on here myself. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
God.
All right."
Go Wolves. And he'll like pump a fist and then turn around and then start running back to the party.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of a cell phone?
What's the opposite of a cell phone?
No, not a cell phone. A self-own.
Oh, a cell phone.
Owning someone else?
Sort of.
A roast? A self roast?
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
it's sort of the same thing.
it's true. We'll think about it.
A
But as
compliment to oneself?
yeah, hype, self hype, probably.
Self-
Yeah, it's like an auto hype.
How do I?
Back to yourself.
Oh, like when he's saying "Go Wolves," he's talking.
He means himself.
Because like he's still in his like his high school jacket. So yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's so cute. But yeah, we're gonna cut back now as we see Alejandro starting to like run back up towards his friends. And Carlos, you're on the chain and you where you were, you popped up in your cane and you ran and you grabbed it and you're like scooting up. And I'm gonna say, just to make it easier for everybody, as you're scooting up, you're actually helping pull it down too.
Oh, nice.
So like you're sort of like weighing it down so like you can get the person on the ground. And they're still struggling and they're fighting and their arms are off on the sides. And they're going to like reach out and they're like, you're gonna hear like a robotic voice come out like, unhand me this instance. Unhand me this instance or I will retaliate.
But aren't you already doing that?
And I think that's when it's like the full like metal mechanical face sort of looks at Elena
Oh God.
and the eyes sort of like start glowing and there's a laser.
I duck.
Oh man.
So
Can I get in the way?
you want to defend?
Yeah, I'll defend.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a defend. So roll plus savior, please.
All right. So I rolled a 9 and my savior is 2, so 11.
Hey, nice. On a oh god, hold on, I'm trying to read it. Roll plus savior for NPC threats on a hit. You keep them safe and choose one. So do you add team to the pool? Do you take influence over someone you protect, or do you clear a condition?
Ooh, I'll definitely take influence.
You taking influence over Elena?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Also, we forgot to do teams. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
pause real quick. We're gonna do this real quick. Just because it helps us get some like points in our systems that we can help out each other. So we have 2 in the bank. And if you donate $10 to help us, we can add more to the team. Chat. There you go. Yeah. So pretty much. So you have 2 to the team. I have a question though for the group. Where is my thing? Do we have a leader by chance? Or are y'all all just sort of like working together in harmony?
I feel like the way Alejandro ran out and like took charge of everything made me follow him. At least I see him as leader.
I think that we all sort of, because we're rejecting the obvious that Carlos is like absolutely 100% positioned to be leader, we're all like, nah, go Wolves.
Go Wolves.
Go Wolves.
And it's super 100% ironic, and we kind of reject it, but also we'll totally listen to Alejandro.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to. It's like I don't want to
We
do
don't
it,
wanna
so
admit
just let him do it. It's fine.
I don't want to do it because I always get ourselves in trouble. So
Okay, so Alejandro is the leader. Does
Okay.
the leader have influence over every teammate?
Not every teammate.
All right, so we will not add.
Literally just one person. I only.
Oh
no! We're literally one person.
Do you have influence over Mabel? Is that?
Oh,
is
sorry, I
that-
was looking at the wrong column. It's 2 people.
Okay, so no.
Elena and Carlos.
So we
I
won't.
think I talked you into it.
You all have the same purpose in the fight.
Sure.
in
I
this
want to
one,
avenge my Game Boy.
So yes, kind of different aspects of the same thing, like leading to the same point.
Yeah.
Oh wait. No, never mind.
Does anybody mistrust the leader or the team? No? Okay. And is your team ill prepared or off balance?
yes.
We're definitely off balance.
Always.
We're gonna stay at 2 then. We're just gonna stay at 2. Sorry, that was a pause. We're gonna press play again. Carlos, how do you defend Elena? Like whenever the laser beam blast is coming out?
So I swing. I'm on my cane thing. So I swing over, and using my legendary speed, I put on my divine armor, which takes the form of a really old-fashioned suit, but it's still divine armor, so it can still take the blow. So I use that, like maybe the cape on it to like block the laser.
Oh, that's right. You forgot the tuxedo mask looking guy.
Right.
And-
Yes,
Oh my God.
exactly.
yeah, and your cape,
Oh, it's so good.
as your suit quickly comes on, and like your cape flings out, it definitely blocks it, like and then like sort of like shimmers. It's like the white shimmer,
Nice.
and the robotic voice comes out again, like, "Unhand me, or else you'll feel the wrath." And it's sort of like still struggling a little bit.
Of who exactly?
Yeah, what's your deal, dude?
Who sent you, foul Ferris lad?
I love how everybody's grilling it, and they're like, and it's just like repeating, like, "Please unhand me." And Alejandro, at this point, you're running back up. So
Said please this time.
So as he's running up, then he's going to sort of take stock of everything that's changed, because when he left, this Ferris lad hadn't been brought down. And so now there's suddenly this like contained robot with El Chuya just like in front of it, trying to interrogate it. And is the laser like still charging up, like the laser that was charging up before?
it charged and shot, and then like it does look like it's
okay.
starting to like slowly glow again. It does take some like charge time to do so. And you see that the como se dice, the blasters are the oh god, what's the word?
Rocket boots.
Rocket boots, rocket hands and boots are like still like trying to like fight against it and like trying to like wiggle.
Okay, and where's the laser coming out of?
The eyes,
The what?
the eyeballs.
The eyes.
Oh, the eyeballs?
Yeah.
Okay. Alejandro, that's a big no. We're not gonna allow our team to get hit. So Alejandro's gonna try to gouge these eyeballs with his inhuman strength.
All right, go ahead and
Nice.
give me directly engage a threat. So roll plus danger, please.
Okay, let's go. That's a 7
A
with
7.
danger.
All right. Pick one, please. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I would say you're taking the laser eyes from them because that's what you
Yeah.
stated. Do you want to continue with that? Okay.
Yes. We
As
just
you're
want them to stop being a threat.
as you're doing that, and like you're coming to like rip out the laser eyes and stuff. I'm gonna say some lasers did hit you though.
Okay.
So go
That's fine.
ahead and take a condition for me of how you feel in that situation. Do you feel a little bit angry that you got hit? Are you a little like insecure about it? Do you feel guilty about the damage they've done? Like,
I think I probably feel a little insecure about that, because like I'm supposed to have quote unquote impenetrable armor, and like my whole purpose is to like keep my team safe. So if I get injured, that means they can get injured.
yeah. So go ahead and
insecure.
mark insecure for me. But you're able to like tear off the just claw open the eye areas, and like you expect there was someone underneath there, but it's just mechanics. It's nothing but like wires and gears and bobs and one of those running computer thingies, program stuff like a Raspberry Pi or whatever, but like high tech and more expensive because I know technology.
Makers did this.
Beakers.
Makers.
But as you claw through it, it actually sort of like is starting to spark and like dysfunction a little bit. So the rockets are on their boots and hands are sort of like sputtering a bit, and like they're still trying to wiggle, but they're like maximum damage has been accumulated. Maximum damage.
No hurting my friends.
And it's still like sort of like repeating, and like it's sort of like the wire, it's starting to like do that slow mode whirl, like sort of like maximum.
The shutting down, not the
Yeah.
sort of like countdown version
Yeah,
of that.
no,
Okay.
it's not counting down. It's not going to explode. Like that's what you're worried about. It's just starting to shut down, and yeah, it just but all the boots and rockets sort of just sputter out, and like the wire stops sparking as you're doing that. But since you're so close, Alejandro, and you're right there, something about the design or something about like the symbol that's on it, it just looks a little familiar.
And
So everybody else can come up too, but like I'm just saying, since you're right there, I'm just saying it looks like something.
I am sort of super worried about this, and I would like to go in and kind of like pull that Raspberry Pi out and look for a logo that I'm sort of really hoping not to see.
Give me an assess.
Yeah.
So plus superior, please.
Yep.
Was it again 0? Is that right?
It's +0, yeah. I have a 9 this time.
Hey, what is your one question?
Oh my god.
Again, it's what here can I use blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? And how can we best end this quickly?
Yeah, I really want to most end this quickly, but I don't think that that's a reasonable question in this situation. What here can I use to trace this mechanical being back to its source?
Yeah. And as you're starting to flip through that and dig into it, it's taking a minute for things to process to go through. So I want to pop the camera to everyone else. Thank you for donation, by the way. Hello. Thank you.
Yes.
So
Thank you so
someone
much.
so we have an extra team to toss in. So I will just add that in
Nice.
now. What's everybody else doing while Rema is sort of like going through that? Mabel, Elena.
Yeah, I think Mabel eventually sort of lets go with sort of her like powers influence, since Elena sort of has it on down pat. She looks like she's got it. But she's sort of looking at the thing, and she looks almost like oh, like no, don't break it, when Alejandro sort of like swipes at their eyes. It's like, oh no, we have so many questions to ask yet.
Sorry.
But she's sort of keeping an eye on like the general, as Rema sort of goes up to sort of try to like discern this. Mabel doesn't necessarily want to get in the way of that, so she's sort of like looking around, like has a crowd gathered or anything like that from the commotion.
Oh yeah, there's like people like looking, and there's people with their cameras out, like phones out with the cameras going and stuff, trying to figure out what's going on. So you're definitely, there's a little bit of a crowd, especially the people from the lodge who are like also been like, oh, I know the lodge got busted, like, and so they're all like coming out, and there's even people in the office building still that were working, especially the one that we're fighting back. So glad. Did you put it back all the way, or just still sort of at an angle?
I will, as I'm looking around, and Mabel has been told by school that's like, if you're gonna be a hero, like you gotta act like one, right? It's like the whole like, oh, it's kind of hard because, right, like property damage, that's just so collateral.
That's just so collateral.
It just happens. But she's sort of trying to be like, oh god, like I don't have another attack, like I'm gonna get detention for this kind of thing. And as she notices the building, she'll try to like sort of like, while everybody talks, like put him back. It's like shh, shh, everything's fine.
Yeah. And Elena, what are you doing?
I'm just holding the chain and staring at his eyes to make sure he's not waking up again.
Oh, there are no eyes to stare at. It is nothing but mechanical bits and bobs. So you are.
Oh, it's all good.
It's all good. And Carlos, what are you doing while Rema started like going through this?
I'm just leaning down, looking at the stuff that Alejandro's looking at too, just to see if I can surmise anything as well. Yeah. Or maybe if that's too crowded, I can just walk around the rest of the robot and see if I can find something.
Yeah, it looks familiar, but like as Rema is starting to like, as you're like looking around and like with Alejandro, and Rema's got the Raspberry Pi, you start seeing the symbol that y'all all ran into when y'all first met. And it's the big MC of MerCorp that appears. And it doesn't really give an address, but that old lab, was just blown up. No, y'all never kept the tabs of like what happened after it was blown up.
Question.
Yeah.
This is for Carlos, actually.
Okay.
Carlos is trying to like become the next hero of the family, correct?
Well, he's the next hero of the family, whether he
Or like
wants
he's
to or
trying to
not.
like
He's not.
show off the mantle, rather, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
Then Alejandro's going to sort of like, since he's right there, he's going to sort of whisper to his ear and just go, "You should comfort the crowd."
All right, that sounds good. I'll turn to the crowd and just be like, everything's fine, everyone. Our team. Do we have a team name?
Make it up.
Our team, the cool kids, has
Yeah.
taken care of the situation.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, the cool kids. Yeah. All right. Question.
You over there.
Yeah. So like, was it the mechanical thing that that hurt that building? We saw that ball earlier too. Like, what was it also the mechanical thing?
All I can say is that building would have been destroyed more had we not intervened.
Oh, okay, true. Yep. Okay. And yeah, these conversations are happening as like Carlos is like, yes, hello, I am the person. And yeah, you're getting MercCorp and just various information about like the who's working on it and like wait, hold on. But yeah, it's MercCorp. They're back in business, baby.
Oh, thank goodness. Phew.
Thank goodness for what?
Yeah.
It's only MercCorp.
Only MercCorp.
Only MercCorp.
They ruined like at least 50 people's like whole deal.
That's fine. We can go deal with that.
I mean, hopefully better than last time at least, but
Yeah,
But
people
yes,
weren't
I-
really happy with us about that.
It's probably why they sent this dude out here to us. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Is it to us? I don't know. It totally missed us.
As you're
They're
flipping
very
through
bad
it,
at
it says
this.
that it was just like a test run sort of like situation of like the alpha generation of Mechman. I don't know. That's a terrible name, and I think I'm gonna change it. That's the first thing that came to my brain.
the Ferris guy.
The Ferris guy.
This guy.
Ferris Bueller. No, I'm kidding.
Not the Ferris Bueller.
The Ferris Bueller. No, let's just go.
This
with-
issue is obviously called Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's FERROUS.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, the titanium type words. This line of robotics. Fix it. There you go. But it was just really just going for a test run and seeing. And yeah, you can see there was it had a camera in it and like various other things too. So there was recordings of what was happening, but it's not being recorded within it. It's being probably like sent back to whomstever.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, is there a way to take that camera and then eventually we can take it back somewhere and try to figure it out or look into it?
If you have the sources and technology and all that good stuff, for sure. I don't know if anybody's tech savvy here, so
Oh, okay.
I'm still talking to the crowd, right?
yeah.
Is anyone in the crowd tech savvy? I say.
That's what we call crowdsourcing.
There's a lot of people who are like cutting, and there's like one hand like, I am. Hi.
Shuya, what are you doing?
I don't
we
think
need
we're
help,
supposed-
right? We need to track this down.
Not civilian help though.
Everybody go home.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Everyone go home.
And like the one who's like pushing up their glasses, just sort of like also walks off. Because they were like they were gonna have this cool story like you helped the superheroes like that sort of thing. But
I just say,
Denied.
Alvin, I'll see you at the movie later. It's
okay,
fine.
I suppose. They're just gonna like the crowd's dispersing now after Rima's like go home.
I can try ripping it out.
Nope. Don't do any more of that. It was good earlier, but not anymore. We can probably take it back to. Are we calling it our hideout? I feel like we need a cooler name. And she'll turn to Carlos like, and we're gonna need a better a cooler team name. What was that? You're better at naming than that.
The cool people? I mean,
You said
it's
cool
alliterative.
kids?
It's alliterative.
Cool people is not alliterative.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
No. We'll workshop that. But for now, we can take it. Let's just get out of the street. Our food's probably cold.
You should have sat around and finished your food before you came out.
All right.
That's really rude, Carlos.
Let's just go.
Yeah, the lodge is closed because glass is all in the foods and drinks, and not to mention all their windows are busted out. So like they kind of closed down for the day. So you aren't getting charged for any of that stuff.
All right. Well,
What are we gonna do with this? And she just points to the machine on the ground. You can't just leave
I
it
am
here.
going to just start casting a spell and like transport it back to our lair,
Perfect.
our hideout.
Go ahead
Not a
and go ahead and
lair.
unleash
Not a
your power.
lair. A hideout.
Lair
A
is
secret hideout.
it's comparatively a cooler word than
Yeah.
hideout.
We are teams.
Okay, but
hideout.
like the word lair has baggage.
I think Lair has
Hey.
some evil connotations.
What's wrong with evil connotations?
Yeah, what's wrong with
Alejandro?
that?
Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers, whatever.
All right.
What did you? You need better dice.
I have got perfectly good dice, by which I mean they've rolled me 2 XP so far.
Oh my god, what was the number though?
Yeah, 3
A 3?
plus 0. Yes.
How do you have a plus your own? Okay. So yeah, it the magic, it works. It's gone. It disappeared. It was
See?
transported.
Things are
Stripes are-
fine.
Where?
Back to
Back
our lair
to
or
our-
its lair?
Back, well, we'll get there and we'll just see, won't we?
Right.
A
All right.
question: where am I noting the experience?
It should be so. Looking on
Bit
our
called
caretaker.
advancement down.
Okay.
Potential?
Oh, the potential. Yeah. So right where it says right next to your stats, you'll click on potential and drop it down one. So do y'all start heading over to y'all's hideout, lair,
Yes.
whatever y'all are deciding to call it?
Hideout.
The treehouse.
The tree house. It's more of it's not really a tree house. It's more of a dilapidated 90s children's park that
Yep.
has like the wooden infrastructures that we all know and love that definitely give you splinters
Actual-
and you melt your skin on the metal
Mhm.
slides.
Right.
Yeah. We're gonna
Cool
say
Kids
something.
HQ.
Cool
yeah.
Kids HQ.
No.
As long as we don't call it a clubhouse.
Ooh.
That's kind of corny. We're not doing that. Mm-mm.
And then off from the actual like the playground itself, there is just a little bit ways there is a gazebo that from the outside looks dilapidated and overgrown with vines and whatnot, but looking inside it looks like a regular gazebo. So we all know it's not, but like from looking
Wink.
but yeah, y'all are here and the robotic being is not.
Rima, where is it? Where did you teleport it to?
Not at my house. Stupid magic. Ugh.
It's at your
You know
house.
how there's, I don't know, maybe.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing about magic. Sometimes it's, like the old fables about like a wish and how those go wrong.
Like a monkey's paw?
Sure, like a monkey's paw. But I
What
can
do
just
monkeys have to
it,
do with
and
this?
it's my paw. And, when things happen, sometimes it just does this, and a finger comes back up.
Oh.
And I don't know where it is. I'm getting a soda.
From where? Back to the gazebo.
But yeah, y'all are here. The robot's not here. What are y'all planning to do? Was there anything that y'all need to do? Rima, did you want to share your findings?
Yeah. So while I don't know where it is now, it was definitely a megacorp robot mechanical man thing. I was actually just really afraid that it was Proteus's, because cannot deal with that guy. But yeah, it was MechCorp.
What are they making these for?
I don't know, mess things up arbitrarily.
And Mabel's sort of like on her phone, and she just sort of like mostly to herself, but audible enough. She's like, probably a hero replacement or something. And she's like
Replacement?
looking at the news of like our whole encounter to see if there's anything.
Oh yeah, there's TikToks, there's Instagram lives, there's like people going to like, oh my god, I was just there. Let me
There's
tell
like
you what
one
I experienced.
Periscope.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's still using that.
What is Is it just Periscope like an actual social media platform?
It used to be.
Oh.
It was around for a hot minute. It was like for people to like walk
Hashtag
around.
the cool kids is happening on Twitter right now. It's trending.
The
Oh my
hashtag,
God.
Carlos, the hashtag, that name.
We're popular.
Not
No.
cool kids though.
Alejandro's gonna sort of just like lumber over to Mabel and like look over her shoulder at like, because she's scrolling through social media, and like, does the bird app or whatever show you where's the mech went?
And she sort of like show her screen and sort of like look at, it's like the recent trends or whatever. It's like, I know, but I mean, nobody's found it, so that's a good thing. Maybe it is in Rima's room for all we know. But we know where Megacorp is, right? Or at least their last known address.
It's known anyway.
I mean, should we go back to Rima's house just to double check that it's not there?
They probably have more robots at this place, honestly.
Question: what did happen with Merc Corp after like the incident? Like, was the
Did y'all-
lab shut down or did they rebuild?
Did y'all keep up with it, or y'all just be the teenagers that you are and just like, all right, cool, we did that.
You know what? Yeah, that
I
makes
thought
sense.
that was gonna be-
Yeah.
I thought maybe
Job
it was-
done.
Take out my phone and I type in MerCorp into the
Yeah.
Googles
Yeah.
and I push enter.
So now that you're looking it up and like seeing what's happening, it actually does look like they are trying to rebrand and restructure their work instead of being like biological stuff to looking more into like, doing mechanical engineering and all that stuff. Definitely looking to help out with modern sci. Think like if Jeff Bezos like astronomical sort of like BS that he's doing with like his star tracking things that are look like just junk in the sky that's supposed to help like satellite internet across the world, like stuff like that. Like they're like trying to like, yes, we are trying to use mech to better the world and like provide assistance to everyone. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Their new logo's silly. Look at it. Look, somebody did a comparison. It's ugly.
But it does look like they did the actual labs did get rebuilt in the same spot since her recent photos.
Yes.
Lab and check it out. See what's going on.
Some of us can go to the lab, see if it's what's going on there, and the rest of us can go look for the mech. See if it's at Rema's house.
I can consult with I can seek the guidance of one of my elders or a member of my legacy with my words of the past move. Can I do that to try to get more information maybe?
Yeah, so first, how does it look like whenever you could do your consultation or whatever? Do you need to stay with the group, or do you need like go off and go like have a conversation like by yourself, or?
Yeah, I need to go out by myself and like play solitaire.
I love that. Okay. So as you're going off and playing solitaire by yourself, go ahead and do you hold on, let me find the legacy and read that real quick. Moves of the past. Words of the past. Here we go. Tell them the problem you face and ask them a question about your problem. They will answer it honestly and tell you what to do. Take +1 ongoing to listen. And if you go in your own way, mark potential. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. As you're playing solitaire, what is the question you're sort of like reaching out and asking your ancestors?
It's kind of like, hey, we pissed off this company in the past. Now they've got these robots that seem quite dangerous, and one flew very close to us. And how do we respond to this? Like, what do we do? I know that Mercorp probably wasn't around in the same place as it was back when you guys were heroes, but maybe you've dealt with their ancestors or their owners or something. Like, do you know anything about them? Do you know like whether we should be aggressive with them or sneaky?
I think you hear kind of like almost like your abuelita coming through as she's like, mijo, with them, you gotta you need to like understand that you can keep cutting the heads off the Hydra or whatever it is, but not like Hydra like in the Marvel sense, but like the actual like mythological sense, like the actual thing. Shit,
Okay.
that's what I mean by.
Abuelita did love Marvel comics.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the clarification.
So instead of like just cutting the head because another will grow, you'll actually need to uproot the source, figure out how they're getting the money, how they're doing these things, because if they're still going to have someone in power and have the money, it's just going to just come back up, keep going and going. So
Fantastic.
hey, you by the way, you got the ace right there. You can start the spades on your solitaire.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And she's gonna like, is it like voices or do you see spirits or like how does it like?
I think it's like spirits. Yeah.
She's just gonna pat you on the head and then like she's like, anything else? You need to eat more too, by the way. Just she's gonna pinch your cheek.
Miss you, abuelita. I'll...
Yeah, I missed you too. And she's gonna pinch your cheek and then just fade away. So
Awesome.
yeah. Hopefully, words of advice. You can take it or leave it, however you want to.
I think I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go back, and the idea I just had was, Mabel, you got ferrokinesis, right? Are you able to like see, like maybe they're mass producing the chassis of these robots? Are you able to maybe sense where they're doing that so we can kind of like follow the money?
I could try.
I don't know if that's in your power set. No.
Yeah, it's our imagination. I could probably try. I don't usually use it for like Pharaoh echolocation, but I could give it a shot.
Pharaoh echolocation. It doesn't hurt to try. I mean, you know metals. You know how they. Is it like more like the feeling of metals, or do you like have like a sort of like just know what's metal? Like, is it like a beacon, or is it like a feeling of like?
So this is like a very specific niche thing, and I'm glad we're on the internet. So in case anybody else feels it, I had braces when I was growing up.
Oh my god, yes.
And sometimes your braces would be tuned up that they would like magnetize against each other. It's the worst feeling on earth on your mouth. It's that, but like all over your body.
Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's the worst.
I had braces for 6 years. I had 2 sets.
Yeah,
so like
me too.
Hashtag the brace kids. There you go. No.
Brace kids. So yeah, go ahead and roll unleash your powers.
Okay.
Just because you are trying to like get that feeling out. So let's see if you can like.
And my freak is +1, so that's a 11 total.
Hey. And there's tons of metals everywhere. Oh my dog's really cute. I mean, just don't look at her. Yeah, there's tons of metals everywhere. It's in everything. It's in like the screws that are holding this dilapidated structure together. They're in like buildings that pass by and cars. And so like almost like you're getting like the bird's eye view of like the feeling or whatever. You're trying to zone in and stuff, and you're like feeling in because you know how that metal feels now because you faced it.
Mm-hmm.
You grasp it in your metal paws, not metal paws, but like in your in your magical little like
metal vision.
Yeah. so you know how it feels. That specific type of like design and metal. So yeah, you're able to zoom in and stuff and like see, and it does point you to the old warehouse. It does, like it's like there's a heavy sense right there in that old warehouse.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And I think like as she's finishing up, she's closed her eyes and sort of like settled. And she's like, wow, they really just started where they left off. Yeah, it looks like they have a whole chunk of metal at their warehouse.
You mean the creepy abandoned warehouse that nobody goes to?
Yeah, I feel like we should have maybe not done that, and maybe we would have caught it. Not our problem though. That's like beyond our paycheck. So
I think it's a little bit our problem now.
I mean, we could just tell someone else to deal with it.
But it is up to us as people with powers to be responsible and take this upon ourselves when people out there can't.
That's why you're our leader.
Yeah, that's why you're the leader.
I
To
Words of
make
wisdom.
told you not to call me that.
amazing speeches like that.
Yeah, if you keep putting your
Honestly,
label like that, so
the public speaking class that you're taking in school is really working out. Carlos,
Thank
you should
you.
think about transferring into that class. Maybe. Just saying.
That was nice. You should apologize.
Probably right. And so, Elena, you want to go to my house with me and see if the thing is there?
Yeah, we should check. We gotta figure out where this thing is.
Okay. Never split the party, y'all. We're out.
yep.
I mean, in this game, can you split the party, or is it?
Oh
not
yeah, we can
advised?
we can split the party. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And so question, Rima and Elena, do y'all fly at all, or y'all walking? Y'all taking an Uber? Like, I don't think I don't think we ever clarified what y'all do.
I think that I have I think I have one of the things that I made off with that I snagged from Proteus's workshop is just like it's like a little personal transporter device. It's not like anything super fancy, but like it, it's like a scooter that I don't have to actually like deal with.
It's sort of like it sort of like folds in and like sort of like it's like a little like capsule in a way.
Yeah.
And you hit the button
It's
and it sort of like unfolds.
Ooh.
Yeah, it totally just like Jetsons style. It unfolds, comes out,
Right.
Yeah.
and we can kind of just like
I was thinking Dragon Ball Z, but yeah, same thing.
sure
Give me piggyback.
frames of reference. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never seen Dragon Ball Z, so it's fine.
I love that. Yeah. So Reba and Elena are on the scooter, and it actually is a hover scooter. So like,
Yeah,
'cause-
totally.
Ooh.
yeah, so it goes pretty fast. And so you don't have to deal with the sidewalk or the streets. And
The
just straight.
kicking,
The what?
the kicking at the
kick-
ground.
Oh yeah, kicking the ground. Yeah. We like do that. And as they jet off to Rima's house, which is probably not too far from here, Carlos, Mabel, Alejandro, what are y'all doing?
Should we go check out the?
Yeah,
We should
we'll
go check out the warehouse.
yeah, probably wait for them there and
We won't go in, but we can get a scout of the area.
Yeah, so as y'all head off to the warehouse, another question, same thing. Do you need a fly? How do y'all get to the warehouse? Because it's kind of out of town, so like if you hoof it by foot, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be yeah. Would y'all take an Uber? Would y'all like?
Hmm.
I have legendary speed. I just assume I like.
You just
Well,
get
speed run
there.
everywhere.
We can all sue me places, Carlos.
Alejandro just runs. He could give Mabel a piggyback ride.
There you go.
Can I do like the Magneto thing and sort of like do like a
Yes.
little metal disc?
Yes.
Okay.
What does your metal disc look like?
I think it's made out of It looks
I-
sort of like mercury on the surface. She keeps
Ooh.
it in like that liquid form on like a pouch,
Oh my gosh,
and
yes.
she sort of
Like
like
a little
unleashes.
Ziploc that she keeps it in.
Yeah, it's like and then she controls it to be sort of like a flat little disc, and she sort of like surfs it, I guess.
Yeah, so Carlos
awesome.
took off.
Like
Towards the
Play-Doh
warehouse.
crossed with like a water bender. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alejandro's hoofing it like on force. We're
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah.
And then Mabel's just like silver surfing it, like right next to
Yeah.
Alejandro. Yeah. So we're gonna cut to Rima and Elena first as they get there first. We get to your house, Rima. Like, where do you live? Like, you're kind of near the park, but like, what is the? Where...
So I am on my own, and I have I think I've got like a room in a house that I'm like renting. So like the the house is not mine. Maybe it's like a basement apartment. And so, but it's just like this little, super suburban. It's got like a front porch and some like crappy chairs and like a couple of bicycles up in on the porch that are like, like casually just like locked up there. And we kind of go around the side. It's like way, way nicer than like you would assume that where's like somewhere where Rima lives. And we go around to the side, and I unlock the door, and we go in, and there's like just movie posters. There's like all of these old movie posters, things like Metropolis and Nosferatu, just like all of like big movie nerd posters, and then there's like other movies that nobody has heard of.
Some of them are in French. Some of them are like black and white in Spanish. Like
Totally.
one German one. Like yeah.
Yeah.
But as y'all walk in and you look around, there is no robot here.
God, I hope it's not upstairs.
We should probably go look upstairs.
I wanted to actually ask you something. Are you doing okay, Elena?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right.
I mean that the thing with the chain you did was awesome, right? And I know you've said you weren't really comfortable with really like expressing constructs that big before, and I think you're probably more powerful than you think.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like I'm gonna fail at some point.
Okay, so I didn't.
Yeah,
wanna...
go ahead and give me that roll.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I was going to be like, so I didn't want to make a big deal out of this, but there are, when you express your powers, there are waves throughout, I don't know what you call it, the psychic plane. But I can feel those. And, right, like it's like a tingle, most of the time. This one was kind of a big tingle.
Like a good tingle?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But it was a real surge. Like a real surge of power. And like I'm not just trying to like console you here, right? I think that you're way more powerful than you realize.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Give me the comfort and support, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll savior instead of mundane because
Oh.
I'm using white lies.
Nice.
Oh,
You're
Nice.
lying. Great.
Yeah, I totally felt a lot of surge this afternoon. I'm +1 on this.
Tim, get better dice right now.
Better
Take it
And
out.
after those white lies, he shouldn't.
Better dice. Doom, doom, doom. Here are some different dice. Should I re-roll?
No, we're
should-
gonna
no?
take that, but still
Awesome.
for future
Cool.
reference.
That you get.
4.
So I failed to console you.
Does it say anything about like? Let me looking up yours real quick about like if you fail on that, would they like see through it or?
No, I think it's just that I fail to console.
Oh yeah, just
yeah.
looks like you failed to console.
Also, on a hit, which is irrelevant if they open up to me, take influence. But I do not do that.
Yeah,
So
nor
it's just-
do you comfort nor support them. So, so Elena, you're hearing Raymond talk about these things, but it doesn't feel like it's hitting you, or you're not believing it. You take it how you do, but like, it doesn't seem like it's affecting you at all in sort of like a positive manner. So,
You know how you told Carlos and Alejandro that they're really doing really good at public speaking class? Maybe you
Well,
should take
I
a
mean-
class on how to talk to people and how to be nice to people.
All right, rude. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Whatever. Let's go check the rest of the house.
oh man, and do you have like stairs that are inside the apartments, or do you have to like go like take the
Yeah,
outstairs
I have
stairs
to
and like
go
go
up.
around?
They're like attic. They're like I'm in what used to be sort of like the creepy murder basement that they like redid. So like there's like these like creaky stairs that go up to a door, and I like knock loudly and yell Helen, and
And Helen comes out and she's like, "What does she look like? Is she like just a elder lady or like a middle-aged woman?" Or
total just like suburban soccer mom.
Yeah.
Like
she's like, "Oh hi
she's in, like,
there,
yoga
Rima.
pants and
yeah. Oh hi there, Rima. Oh, we got a friend. Hello. How can I help you? you wanna come in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Thanks.
come on in, hun.
So weird question, but
Uh-huh.
like there wasn't like a robot model that was a little bit messed up that showed up here today.
Not that I know, but I can do a quick lap real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you some lemonade. So she gets y'all some lemonade, and then she's gonna like actually Jill in the kitchen to like go do a lap, and so she all are there for a hot second by yourselves.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna start looking around in the kitchen.
just regular kitchen.
Just randomly just looking. Just
Yeah.
trying to avoid Rima.
Yeah, and after after a minute of like tense awkwardness between Rima and Elena, Helen comes back down. She's like, "I don't see anything out of place. So I'm so sorry. What I meant was it like one of your projects that got escaped, or like
It was a big project that escaped. Yep. Mm-hmm.
oh,
It's like a big yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for it, but I haven't seen anything here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know, you're
Thanks.
very sweet, Helen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good day now. And you're welcome to stay here, or if you want to.
Are
or
you trying
anything.
to provoke me? Because you are certainly making that move.
She just wants to let you know, like she can read through your
Oh, I mean,
bullshit when you
yeah.
were trying to confront me. So
Well-
she's just kind of dishing it back to you in a different way.
fair
So
enough.
I'm gonna read this to you. Provoke. Just so you know, Diana. When you
Okay.
provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do, and roll plus superior.
Oh,
Is that something you're kind of like leaning towards, or are you just trying to just poke jabs?
no, I'm just trying to poke jabs. Because and in the end, we're all friends. I don't want to. I wouldn't do that to Rima. I feel like Rima and our relationship it's like a love-hate relationship.
I mean, like, if you want Rema to like actually give you a sincere apology, like you could totally do that, or try and do that.
Is that with provoke?
You could totally do that with provoke.
Yeah. Yeah, because say what you're trying to get them to do is you're trying to get her to apologize and like maybe take accountability of like her words and
Oh,
actions.
I like that. Yeah, let's try that. We'll just
Yeah.
try it.
So go ahead and roll plus savior, please.
Sure. Savior is a
Superior?
1. Okay.
Yeah, it's roll plus savior.
7, 8.
8.
Fail or pass?
Oh,
For
it's
peace.
superior, isn't it?
Oh, superior. Oh, where did I get? Yeah, superior. I'm sorry. What did I say? Savior?
Oh, so then it's a -1. So that's a 7, so 6.
Oh,
Did I fail?
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
close, so close.
Sorry. Sorry, I misread that. So go ahead and take experience, Diana. Also, Tim, if you didn't take experience from like that last fail.
I did.
Okay, take your potential.
Lies, manipulation, and failure on everything.
God.
Oh gosh, but yeah, y'all handle it. Y'all you know you're provoking and or trying to provoke, and like it doesn't seem like it's getting to Raymond at all. And do y'all head out? Do y'all stay?
Oh yeah, no, I think that like if this was a bust, we were gonna go follow up to the warehouse.
Yeah. And so as y'all hop back on the scooter and fly down the road, y'all are kind of like that sort of like quiet seething awkwardness just happening between y'all. But what you don't notice in the background as you pass the school is hanging off King Kong style on the flagpole is the mechanical person. But y'all don't see it. You're too busy like being seething at each other. You'll see tomorrow at school, but like right now, it's just in the background as you are passing.
Love it. Love it.
Hashtag senior prank.
Yeah, so as y'all pass through and the flagpole's right there, and we're gonna cut to the three of y'all at Mercorp. It is a brand new building, shiny, looks like a warehouse, like really done up. And it does look like it's busy. Like it does look like that. Well, it's the end of the day. It's starting to get into evening time, so like there's not really anybody working anymore. But it has like one of the security guards. It has like the like fence with the guard post at the front. And it looks like the last cars are coming out of the day as people are leaving from work. But yeah. That's what y'all see. Y'all see a big old building that looks brand new.
You think we gave them a grant instead of thwarting their operation, and like Mabel's taking a picture of the new building, like choo choo.
Can't win against capitalism.
Can't believe they built it back so fast.
I guess when you're rich, it doesn't really have a limit on who you can force to do your work. So how do we want to do this? Sneak through the back, or I can knock the guy out?
Oh,
What do you mean now?
Abuelita said to destroy the body, so I think we need to blow up this warehouse.
Abuelita
See?
told you to blow up the warehouse.
Carlos is on the right track. Okay, great. I knew taking you to that party was the right thing to do. And then Mabel will like pat like Carlos's chest. Like I knew that was the right thing to do.
Wait, what party?
Oh, we went to Ernesto.
She told me we were going to the library, and before you know it, we are hang gliding out of the top of the school.
So the library is the code for the party, and there was some books there. They do decor it to match the vibe. The next one, however, is submarine, so you definitely don't want to miss that one.
I just want to say, technical manuals for evil robots does not count as books.
I'm pretty sure they do. So
None of that seems to like get Alejandro's attention, but what he does ask, did anybody ask you to drink at this party? You're too young to be drinking.
No, I don't think they usually ask you that, Alejandro. It's more of a choice.
What?
But I don't no, it was a completely above board party. It's fine.
Okay.
I feel terrible. I got wasted off of something called the Virgin Long Island.
There's a flash cut. Raymond in the background is pouring something out of a flask into her drink.
I love that. Oh my gosh. So yeah, y'all are sitting in this building. Y'all are waiting for Rema and Elena still. They're probably gonna be like another few minutes. Do y'all communicate at all like what y'all done, or y'all just go like, oh, we'll just meet there. It's fine. Like sort of.
I texted them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we probably
Yeah, we text. We have a group
I think-
text.
There's a group text.
Oh,
like,
can
but
I renamed the group text to Cool Kids group text?
While we wait.
Rema Ramos leaves this chat.
Oh, not again. Add her.
But yeah, y'all are at the things. Y'all are heading there. I'm gonna say we're gonna just smush it now that y'all finally got there because y'all were busy talking about that and they show up. empty-handed. No,
just-
no rope on it.
Sorry, you just feel like this awkwardness between the two of us. Just so you guys know, we walk up like I'm really not looking at anyone, and just hey. Did you guys find anything?
As much as you both did, apparently. No, but there's a guy on duty. Alejandro said not to knock him out, so we didn't.
Okay. So what's the next step?
Probably get in there.
But you said there's a guy on duty, right?
Yeah,
Then we have to knock
go
him
to.
out.
or use the back door.
Right.
I think the back door is a better idea.
I mean, I could just try and make a door on this wall.
It's handy.
I don't believe in your doors anymore, Rima.
Alright. Cool.
I could try climbing up there through if there's an open window and see if I can open the back door.
Mind you, it's a warehouse, so like it has like those like front door, back door that like sort of like the slidey, like sort of like
Hmm.
truck doors, and then like the second floor has like those like from what you probably know, you can see windows. Probably has those catwalks inside, like the very like mechanical catwalk sort of things, and so it has windows all over, and like they're just windows.
Just windows.
Yeah.
Windows.
I can build you a ladder, Carlos, if you want.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I'd like to use one of my powers to build a ladder for him.
Go ahead and roll me Unleash because you are doing a magic.
I'm gonna like visibly sort of like tingle and shiver, sort of very, very sarcastically in Elena's direction.
I rolled a 4. What do I add to that? Or
You
anything?
add your freak, so I don't know if you have anything.
Or I have 2. 4,
Hmm.
5, 6. I don't know.
Does anybody
Almost.
can assist with the magics?
I mean, I
feel
could
like
try
I'm
to help by
totally-
like putting the magic in the right places as I'm climbing it.
What were you gonna say, Rainbow? I'm sorry.
I think I'm totally assisting by being just snarky. Like if we've got like this love-hate relationship kind of thing going on, like I'll show you.
So I like that. Like Carlos, you definitely already starting to like try to like grab the air. But as you grab the air, the ladder starts appearing. But Rima's like, yeah, I'll help out, whatever. And so the ladder appears, and it's that purpley sort of like color again, and sort of like it leans up and over against the building to the second floor. Are you popping the window or like? Actually, at this point, everybody can get in because it's a ladder. So like,
Yeah. I'll try to just pop the window open. Hopefully it's not locked or alarmed or anything.
second floor window of a warehouse, like that's security guarded.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Real
no.
mass just goes in. Fine. Always finds
Yeah.
an open window.
Always finds an open window. So yeah, you're able to just slide it up and step right onto the catwalk of the
Rose.
rose. Ah,
Sorry.
tuxedo mask sort of like references. I love it. But yeah, you're able to get in. Anybody else going on the ladder and like getting in, or
I'll make sure everyone goes up first so I can dismiss
Yeah.
the magic.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go after Carlos.
Yeah, then Alejandro will go after Babs.
And
Yeah.
and I'll look at Rima and go, your turn. And she's like, and then so like as he's as she's climbing up, I'm gonna like make the ladder shake a little bit.
yeah, just starts shaking
Just,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, tingling. Yes. And then I start climbing up. And then I dismiss it.
Yeah, y'all are inside. Inside is a metal warehouse that has the catwalks and like everything around. Down below, it's simply sort of stopped for the day, but you see assembly like sort of like lines of like belts, assembly belts that sort of like are carrying various mechanical pieces, and you'll see tons of like little robots hanging off on like shelving units off to the side. And inside it looks pretty empty from where it is, but you also see like a manager's office with a light on across the second floor across the way that sort of has like one of those windows that looks out. But
You say robots. Is it like the same robot that we demolished?
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah, the same type, same style,
Okay.
all starting to be developed and stuff. And yeah, and it's the inside, there's no workers here currently. All the workers are gone for the day. But like I said, the manager's light is on and open and up going and all that. So what are y'all doing?
Maybe we should
Can
check out-
I?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, can I look around and maybe see if I can like find some sort of plan or blueprint, or I guess that would probably be in like the manager's office or something.
Yeah, so you're sneaking towards manager office. Go ahead and give me an assess the situation just so you can like
Okay.
see if you can find anything beforehand or there or anything like that. So,
That's a natural 12.
nice.
Superior 0.
So 12. So you get to ask 2 questions from the
All
assessment list.
What here can I use to figure out Mercorp's plans?
Okay. As you're getting to the door, as you're getting to the door and your hand is on the handle and you turn it, you're hearing voices from the other side talking. You can't see them through the window because like the window's sort of like tinted or whatever, but you're hearing voices, and it's like one woman's voice, and then also Rama, what does Proteus sound like?
Oh, I recognize Proteus.
Oh, you know this voice then.
Yeah.
And then
I
a
would-
voice you recognize.
Yeah, I would describe it as it's sort of a shifting tone that's kind of got like this like dulled reverb, sort of sounds like it's underwater, and it's got like this rippling that makes it sound very unusual. So it's really, really distinct, but like you couldn't identify it as any, like, it's hard to get the picture in your mind of the person who is speaking.
So you hear them talking, and what was your question again? What can I use here to
Figure out Mercorp's plans.
yeah. And so as you're about to open the door and you're like, oh wait, let me listen in. You're hearing them discuss what's happening. So you're hearing them talk about having a discussion about like having these military grade sort of like prototypes being sent out and like start trying to do world domination. Or at least local government domination for the time being, and then like scooting their way up to world. But like they're wanting to
Gotta start small.
you guys start somewhere. So basically they're wanting to like take these mechs and like try to take control of Halcyon City right now.
Think globally, conquer locally. Okay.
Yeah, one step at a time. Yeah.
Okay. I can ask a second question. Is that right?
Yep.
Well, I was going to ask what here's the biggest threat. I'll still ask that, but I'm guessing I know the answer.
Yeah, it's Proteus.
Okay.
And what's her name? Deborah Mercury. Because with her money and their brains, they're
Unstoppable.
unstoppable. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So Carlos is at the door, like listening in. What is everybody else doing?
Texting the group chat. What do you hear? Like, what's going on?
Carlos, do you have your ringer on, or do you leave it on vibrate?
Oh gosh. I would imagine it would make like a Mario noise.
Like a bloop bloop.
The coin. Yeah, coin.
Yeah. So as you text the group, the talking stops as you receive your text.
Shit.
And
I
then
put it on silent.
you have 2 seconds, and then like as soon as you're putting it on silent, the door swings open, and then there Proteus stands and looks down at you.
Hello again.
What are you doing here, child?
I came here of my own free volition by myself to investigate what's going on, but you have caught me. I am in trouble.
away and how conspicuous are y'all? Like, are y'all just
I
being
want to know.
as they like look up and like look around, like
And how much does like Carlos like look in our direction?
Yeah.
Mabel's like, he really doesn't need to take that class. Imagine we're like at the catwalk probably and sort of like staying in the shadows to sort of like, not be caught.
Mhm.
but y'all are it's still like the lights are still kind of on. There's still like light coming through barely from the sun setting. So y'all are in the shadows, but like at least shapes can be seen.
Yeah.
And so like Proteus looks at y'all and in y'all general area, and then they look down and they're like, right, and they're just gonna reach down with like, one
Alejandro's
of them.
gonna jump down.
So yeah, they got like a little like mechanical claw thingy that they're gonna start reaching down. And do you want to defend Alejandro? I was like,
Yes, he wants to defend.
yes, go ahead and roll a defend then.
What do I
It's
roll
plus
for?
savior.
Okay. Where am I? Characters. There we go. That is a 10.
Nice. So on a 10, you keep them safe and you get to choose one. Do you add team to the pool? Do you take influence over someone you protect, or do you clear a condition?
What does that team to the pool mean?
Basically that's like an extra point they can give to other people if they like botch a roll, or like they're like one below a like a full success, like they're at like a 9 and you're like, I'm gonna help to make it a 10 sort of thing.
That's how we got the ladder to work.
Yeah, that's how we got the ladder to work.
Got it.
Ah,
And I don't think Carlos has any conditions yet. Oh,
But
no,
no, it's you
I
clear condition. Yeah.
Oh, yes, actually, we're gonna clear my insecurity.
All right, go ahead and clear that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you come in and do you like swipe down at the claw, or do you like knock it out of the way, or
We're gonna like jump down and like smack the claw away with our tail.
yeah. It wasn't really attached. It was just like sort of like one of those like almost like Doc Ock sort of inspired sort of things.
Got
Like
it,
comes up
okay.
and like, yeah, it's sort of like it gets knocked off and like it scatters on the ground across the other side. And then they're gonna look up and be like, you. They don't know who you are, because I think the only one that knows is Carlos, right? And Rema, of course, obviously, but like I don't think anybody knows Prius past them. But yeah, and then you'll see what was her name? Deborah Mercury. Yeah, Deborah Mercury sort of like step out as well, and she's like, what's going on here? And Proteus is like, teenagers.
The worst kind.
the worst. And she's like, oh well, and then she's like starting to hit a button to like start like powering up all the robots.
oh,
And that's like,
Jesus.
and they're starting to glow, but they're gonna take a minute to like process and get start doing things. So Mabel, Brianna, Elena, what are y'all doing?
I think I'm gonna try to unleash my powers. If I can catch her sort of going towards the button and recognizing it, like can I turn it away, like sort of like force the little metal box to turn away from
Like,
her
no.
hand? No robots.
Yeah,
Quick,
go ahead
keep
and roll
away.
and unleash your powers.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, that's a 10 plus 1, so 11.
Nice. So yeah, you're able to do it easily. No problems here whatsoever. So yeah, you have total control of the box. As she's like, she goes to slap it, it just slips out of her way, and she's like, what the?
Nope.
And she's like, goes to like hit it again. It's like, yep, to the left. And she's like, what is going on here? And she's gonna like trying to like play whack-a-mole with it and failing. And just getting visibly more upset and frustrated. So the robots aren't turning on quite yet, but that's what she's aiming to do. Elena, Rema, what are y'all doing?
It's gonna sound really bizarre. Is there a chair in this office?
Of course.
I'm going to telekinesis the chair towards Deborah, and then with like telekinesis force, push her down into the chair.
Nice. Go ahead and give me an unleash.
is 11. Plus,
Nice.
what do I add to that?
It'd be your freak.
Freak 11, 12, 13.
Nice. Yeah, that chair zips out of there and basically just like hits her in the back of the knees to make her fall. And she's
Yeah.
like sitting there now, and she's like, "What is going on?" And she's like just still trying to like get out. Because I don't know if y'all left your shadows or not yet, but yeah. So she doesn't. If y'all left the shadows,
Oh, I see. She doesn't see us.
she doesn't see
Yeah.
y'all, but she's like,
we like
"What's
it that
going on?"
way.
Yeah. But I'm like, you see that basically Deborah's being taken care of right now by Mabel and Elena. What are you doing?
It'll take a whole lot of deep, weird magic to do. And so I think that I'm going to spend this moment in time starting to do like a complex ritual and like just spending time, so we should go through some more action and we'll see if I can pull this off.
So how does it look like for you to start this up? Like, how's it?
I spread out just like a small cloth and take like a bag of salt and pour a circle and like
Oh, you're doing magic stuff.
yeah, like this
Nice.
this is more complicated.
I love that. Yeah.
So I am
So-
starting to do like that.
Are you still in the shadows, or did you come out?
I'm up on the catwalk, so I am 100% sure that like a spotlight is going to be shined on us at any minute now.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean,
Your
there's a both.
ideas.
What? Hold on, let me just write that down. They're like, yeah. So basically, all Lena, Mabel, and Rama, you're sort of like in the darkness right now, as the only two people here that are, antagonistic and here, are basically being held down to a chair and currently having their dock off arms sort of like being whipped and thrown by Alejandro. And Alejandro, as like you like, we'll see that they're gonna look at you and like try to have like other like sort of like things come up and like start to like get ready. Like they're like more dock sort of like arms with like the claspy arms and like the metal. But they're like trying to figure out what to do. So like you or Kronos can go ahead, as you are both right there handling.
I want to bite one of the arms.
Go ahead and give me a directly engage.
Yeah.
It's gonna be roll plus danger.
Okay. We're gonna bite one of the arms. We're gonna growl and just like rear up and like sort of try to crunch down on the first arm that comes close to us. Unfortunately, that is my danger. That is a 5.
Oh. And with Carlos, if Carlos was to help, it wouldn't still want to get you. But so yeah, you go to reach for the arm and like it moves out of the way and then it just comes and just goes to slam. It comes to slam at you. So go ahead and if you could please take a powerful blow. So you'll roll 2d6 plus conditions, which you don't have anymore. So it's just 2d6 flat. And higher is not better in this situation, just FYI.
This is where I'm gonna roll like a straight 12.
Don't toss it.
roll
Don't
like me.
jinx.
Roll like me. Roll like me. It's
Snake
fine.
eye.
5.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh,
On a
nice.
miss, you stand strong. Mark potential as normal and say how you weather the blow.
Well, I sort of like punch in on myself and like bring my like arms up and use my sort of impenetrable fur to sort of just withstand the blow.
Yeah. So yeah, the claws are like grabbing on you, but they're not doing any damage. Like they're just like holding, but like if you like whip your arm, you're easily just like able to do something. So Carlos.
I have a question. Is Proteus like mechanical, or does Proteus use mechanical inventions?
They are a gadgeteer, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
Oh,
They're a
okay,
gadgeteer
that's right.
genius. Yeah. So they are not mechanical. They just make the things.
We make the things. Okay.
So as you can tell by now, this is a Mercorp Proteus collab brand metal men mechman.
PM2 at Halcyon City.
I'm gonna try to engage with Proteus and try to mess up any of his gadgets that I can reach. Does this count as following my abuela's advice? Because I got +1 if I do that.
Yeah, because technically this is not. I mean, this is someone that's definitely helping you like with that. So yeah, I'm gonna give that.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to like get behind Proteus and like mess with whatever mechanical things I can find, or maybe pull wires out.
All right, so you're directly engaging.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So go ahead and roll plus danger, please.
I just dropped both my dice.
Oh no.
Oh.
I can see them though. I rolled a 5, but I got that +1 from my abuela's advice, which is a 6,
Yay.
which is still
And-
not high enough. And
I'm gonna say I'm gonna let you have that, as I think Rema's magic is starting to go off right now.
All right. Yeah. Awesome. Cool.
yeah, cool.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
so I'll
you're
be
able
like,
to rip
you-
powers off and like yeah, go ahead.
You beat me last time, but I'll beat you this time, and I will get vengeance for my Game Boy. And as I take my Game Boy, I jab it into his electronics to try to mess him up.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So yeah, go ahead.
So I think that Carlos had like told us about his abuela's advice, like texted it to the group chat, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so like my spell is hopefully gonna go off, and this is I think gonna directly engage.
Okay.
As I cast a spell that unleashes a sudden algorithmic dip in MercCorp's stock price.
Love
I
that.
love it.
We love it in direct.
If you yeah, it's well, like no, the abuela had said you got to root it out, right?
Mhm.
And if they only have Proteus's mind, which we are not likely to be able to get rid of, but they don't have MercCorp's money, what are they going to do? So I have these new dice.
Dice. New dice.
Nice.
Golly gee.
Oh
Golly
god.
gee.
Do we?
Let's see. Okay, hang on.
We
hang on.
don't have enough.
I
Well,
have-
what
well,
do
he
you have
gets that
pluses?
+1 I'm going.
I
Yeah.
have +3 to that roll.
Hmm.
If there's a team thing.
No,
going
and
on-
then you get that +1. Is that what the +1? Because
Oh, I thought I wasn't sure if you could get +1 from my abuela's advice, but if you can't,
I'm gonna say you can.
Okay, but is that different from a team pool thing?
Yes.
That just barely makes 7.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say like since you're directly engaging, let me look at my stuff real quick. Pick one from the list for directly engage.
Oh, this is take something.
Yeah,
Okay,
it takes something, brother.
Yeah, like take something, which is
stock value.
stock value. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So as
As Deborah starts getting panicked calls from the board.
yeah, Deborah's like being pinned down, but her phone's like going off, like off the hook, like email pings, phones ringing, all this other stuff. Like there's like sort of like some alarms are sort of like happening and whatnot around. And yeah.
I think Proteus chimes in like your stock is crashing because his gadgeteering.
Yeah, he's got like one of those like Jarvis sort of headsets, like so like they're able to like see like the stock price is starting to fall, and like they're like the money's gone. I am done with here. And like they can't really fly out anymore because there's a Game Boy now jammed into their pack in the back.
Oh man.
But they are gonna like try to like, oh my god, I almost said rip it because I just watched She-Hulk. But they are gonna try to skadoodle. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my brain, but like yeah, they're just basically just gonna get out. Like, I'm done. I don't need to fight for this corp anymore. I don't need to fight children. I'm done.
Teenagers. She
Cool
yells
kids.
teenagers from yeah. Oh,
From the shadows.
Ah.
And they just leave. They're just gone. They're taking like maybe they have like a little mechanical thing that makes a portal, and they're just gonna go through it and disappear. And then I think the scene sort of ends as Deborah just sort of like sits there and just like sort of like sinks into the reality of what was happening, and just that's where we'll fade out. And just a quick thing. I know we got maybe a minute left. Maybe we can push it. I don't want to push Jorge too much, but like I just want to do a quick scene where we round it out. Next day at school, y'all get there and y'all see people standing around the flagpole, taking photos and video cameras, and y'all look up and y'all see it's there.
Oh.
Fantastic.
As you're like trying to play it off like, oh yeah, that wasn't us sort of thing, even though they now know y'all as the hashtag cool kids that are trending across Twitter. School today is going to be an interesting one, but I think that's what we're going to call it, just to try to stay on time. So yeah, that was Mass, a new generation.
Yay.
Thank y'all so much for
Thank you.
playing. Hope y'all had a blast. Let's go around again and say our goodbyes and farewells. And so just give your names, your socials, and just to stay on time. One project you're working on, if you have anything that you're currently working on or want to promote, please do. We're gonna go reverse order. So Adrian.
Yeah, I'm Adrian. My tag on Twitter is Latinerd, and I'm working on Kaboa, a South American 5e setting that you can check out in my Twitter profile.
And I'm Barbara Perez Marquez. You can find me online at Mustache Babs. And I'm actually joining the cast of Hellions of Karnak over on Growing Critical RPG here on Twitch later this month.
Hi, I am a Lo-Fi Knight. I am not working on any project right now, but you can find me at Lo-Fi Knight, both Twitter and Twitch, because I am a streamer here on Twitch. So yeah, that's me.
Pause real quick. What do you stream though? You can tell. You can. Tell that
I
out.
have time for that. Oh, well, I stream a lot of indie games and adventure games, that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of video games.
Love it.
I'm Tim Rodriguez. You can find me on the Twitters at Ogreteeth and at Galileo Games. And the latest.
Oh,
We
cut
lost
out.
your sound.
Oh no.
Oh, there you
There
are.
you are.
You're right. Okay. I've got 2 new games out this year, both tabletop RPGs. One is called Katanas and Trenchcoats, which is awesome urban supernatural drama, which I'm the co-writer on and the publisher of, and then also Thousand Arrows, which is James Mendez Hode's
Sorry, continue.
game of Sengoku era Japan, so feudal era Japan, and you play like big important knights and have big feelings at each other. So it's like Masks, but like samurai. It's fine.
Nice.
It's awesome.
And I'm Diana Restrepo. You can find me on the socials at DianaRest3. Tomorrow night, I'll be on the Norse Foundry channel at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our show called War Paint, which we are in a kaiju setting and we're fighting big kaiju monsters.
Nice. And I am Morgan Nuncio, or Mo for short. I don't care. Either's fine. You can find me all over the internet at Serena Bezos. I am currently working with, just Kids in Capes. It's still being written, still being in development, which is a part of the Kids on system, like Kids on Bikes, Kids on Brooms, Teens in Space. Those guys. My Kickstarter just unlocked for Apocalypse Keys, which you have 2 days to back if you still want to get queer monster mystery solving. But yeah. Other than that, this has been Mask. Stay for the next games that are happening. I believe there's a couple more that are after this. Thank you so much again for all the donations, support, and just the chat in chat words. But yeah, have a good day and thank you so much. And we'll see you around. Bye.
Yay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.